Good morning. It's turned out nice again. It hasn't. No. It's grey. Do you want to see? Look. Just being honest. Look. Completely grey. Like me. How you doing? Yeah, you okay? Good. I hope so. If you're new to my channel, this is a morning briefing. The morning briefings are just like where I tell people what we're doing today. I do my acknowledgements. That's very important to me to thank people that have, support me a little bit more over the last 24 hours, other than just watching or commenting, maybe bought me a beer, priorities, you know what I'm saying? And talk about what's going on in the background or what's going on with me or a bit of philosophy and life experience, just a load of waffle, really. All right. So, unless you're one of my diehard viewers, one of my diehard supporters or diehard haters, you probably won't want to watch this video, to be honest with you, all right? So, see, look at all these cushions. So, my chick moved in with me recently, right? Now, look, this is like, there's this thing here, this here, there's something here, looks like a tea towel. Look here, look at this side, I just took everything down there, mate. I mean, seriously, me and Remy before, he's my rescue dog, he's behind the camera down there, he'll come and annoy us at some point. We just had like 2 cushions on here, and I only had a cushion to put my plate on was when I was having my scram. Do you know what I mean? Now look at plate. You want to see bedroom? But there's a few girls watching my videos that want to see my bedroom. Which reminds me, have I got any aspirin left? Oh no. Right. Now, last time I had this in a glass, my protein drink. I knocked it over, do you remember? And it went everywhere, so we cannot do that today. This is my breakfast, I'd much rather have a bocadillo, like a baguette full of bacon and cheese, but I'm trying to be healthy. As my peoples have followed me for years, I'm always trying to lose weight, you know what I'm saying? He's moved over there now, and he's wagging his tail because he knows I'm talking about him. I'm now placing this over here in the hope that he doesn't go anywhere near it. Excuse me one moment, please. Get in that bed! Bed. I've got to threaten him with something. He's got in it. The minute I pick the remote up, Anyway. Okay, DKB, don't knows best. That's right. Do you know where that saying comes from? Many years ago, I don't think, listen, between me and you, I don't think, don't think that I'm that arrogant, right? It's a bit of a joke. But how it happened many years ago was I had to kick some people off my VIP members website. Someone was being exceptionally abusive, and using a lot of language. And I said to them, look, it don't bother me what you're saying, it doesn't offend me, but it might offend other people. And he was like, you can go and fuck. So I had to ban him, all right? And then some of his mates were like, well, if you're banning him, you're banning me, all right? So cut a long story short, it escalated one day, probably 15, 20 people. And I had to kick them off, right? And they went up and created a rival website to take me down. That's what they did. So I'm still waiting. And then they set up this blog all about me and my family and me and just published lie after lie after lie. They actually did me a favour, right? Because they published so much bullshit, right, that everyone was like, oh my God, they're at it again. That I could have gone out and mugged an old woman, got done for it, right? And everyone would have gone, this is just them, innit, making it up again. It was the perfect cover, to be honest with you. And they used to write these articles about me, and they did a lot of nasty things. I've got to be honest. The police were involved at one point because my kids got involved. I'll explain. I've gone over it many times before, but I'll be here all day if I go over it all, the different examples. And they used to publish these articles. And I saw it in the comments one day, in the comments to one of their articles, someone sticking up for me. I don't know who it was. And they just said something like, because obviously I use my real name, my real address and things. They said I was on the run in Spain, me running. I only run after ice cream vans. They said I was on the run, that's why I'd gone to Spain. And I could never go back to England. So every time I went back to England, I used to take pictures of myself outside police stations. Probably the city. I used to respond and play along with it. Listen, I told you before, if you ever get hated on, right, just ignore it. But I was young, wasn't I? Do you know what I mean? So I would play along with it and stuff. Anyway, so one of my, it wouldn't have been a viewer back then, it would have been a reader. All right, so I don't think I really did YouTube back then. Don't even know if it existed back then. Probably did. And this obviously one of my supporters or someone that appreciated my work commented on one of these articles, posting some awful things about me, and said, "You're just jealous. You're just jealous. Dunk knows best," and it stuck from there. Dunk knows best, and that is where it comes from. So I used to finish my editorials back in the day and put DKB and all that just to wind them up. And my old school VIP members, because I've got VIP members, that have been with me from day one back in the 90s and that, they know about it all, and just football politics and stuff really. And I used to get a lot of hate because I wasn't from Liverpool. I wasn't from Liverpool, and the people that always hated on me and posted the nastiest things were a certain type of fan. It included one of the journalists as well, a Liverpool, Scouse journalist, if you like, very militant, that militant type, and they made my life hell, to be honest with you. My mum used to see things and go, "I'm not having them write that about you. Who is it? Give me that keyboard now." My mum would be like, I'm not saying that about my lad." And I used to go, "Mum, don't." But it didn't used to upset me so much. It used to, it used to upset me because my mum was upset because she was wanting to protect her boy. You know what I mean? And I was like, "Mum, it's the internet. You can't do out about it. The more you bite, they can't be saying that about you. We need to get a solicitor." And I'd be like, "Well, then they're going to say you're trying to silence them. You're trying to hide. You can't win it. You can't win." And my mum used to be wanting to, knock the teeth out and all that. God bless her. And as any parent would do, really, I'm making light of it now, but it wasn't very nice, and it still props up from time to time. But you know what? It actually helped me because it made me more determined to succeed. When someone's trying to put you down in life and hold you back and stuff, it made me more determined. So I feel like my life improved greatly because they inspired me, daft as it may sound. So that's where Dunk Knows Best comes from. It's true, DKB. How are you doing? You all right? So, on the agenda today, we are going to host a live stream on here ahead of tonight's match at 6 o'clock UK time. Yes, 6 UK time. All right, so there will be a live stream today. Join me tonight. We had a great live stream last night. I said I'll do an hour, and I think I did 2 hours. But the people that attended the live stream was great. And honestly, let's say you're not a channel member. All right, you know that I've had to lock some of my content down recently. If you're not a channel member, come to a live stream and just say, "Don't, what was that about?" I talked to you about it, you know what I mean? As a matter of interest, those of you that keep an eye on other YouTube channels in there, were any of them repeating mail stand stuff from yesterday? I'm not too bothered about that. I do prefer it, especially when they communicate with me and make out, I would love it, not love it. I would prefer it if they just went, there was this thing on Dunk's channel the other day. That's called, respect, isn't it? If I watch a YouTube, I don't watch YouTube channels. I ain't got time for that shit. Do you know what I mean? I just haven't, guys. You know what I mean? I'm here all day with you, all day and all night. But if I watch one of the, my friends that have got YouTube channels, sometimes I'll watch Red Raw LFC, right? Miserable Martin, because he's very, very intelligent. He's player knowledge. And if I'm sat here having my dinner or sat at my desk having my dinner, I'll load up one of his videos. Adam Naylor, AKM LFC. Again, he's good. He's good at, if I'm good at breaking shit down. He sometimes thinks of things I don't, and I think, there we go. AKM LFC. Do you know what that means? AKM, DKB, Dunk Knows Best, Adam Knows More. That's where that comes from, guys. It's fucking great, isn't it? And then there's Gareth Turner, KopTalk. There's loads of people, right? So I like to watch them. And if I saw any of them say, I'd go, I seen on Gareth's channel, or I seen, Martin said, but these other people, they don't do it. It's not so much that they take stuff from here and then go, I've heard this, all right? It's that they then add to it and exaggerate and sensationalise. And when people know it's come from here, they then think I said that. Does that make sense? And believe it or not, you do have to have some responsibility, right? When you're talking about things at the club, I've heard all sorts over the years. I've known all sorts over the years. And you think, I can't say that because it's potentially damaging. You just don't. Do you know what I mean? You get these wankers on X, right? over the years that have leaked team news and stuff. You don't leak the team news. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, say something like this is what I think the team will be, all right? And then when people go, oh, you got it right. Don't say, I've been told by, and the club had a problem with this, right? Because it fucking helps the opposition. It's the same here at my lower league team, right? The manager, I speak to the manager ahead of each game as a rule. I didn't last week, so I was very busy. And I interview him, all right? CF Benidorm Talk. Please follow me. I want you people to be involved with me, honestly, my peoples. CF Benidorm Talk on X, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, right? And, I didn't publish the injury news ahead of a game against one of our rivals, right? I was like, I'm not going to publish it. And some smart ass in the group, in one of the discussion groups, on Facebook, said, lower league football, is it such a big deal? Like, and it's like, well, hang on a minute, it's 11 versus 11. How is that any less important than 11 versus 11 in a Champions League final, right? You know what I'm saying? It's competition, right? You don't give the opposition an advantage. Oh, guess who was here? Can you go and get your bed, please? Bed, please. You don't do that. And this guy kind of suggested, like, oh, what's going to be so, exciting that could. Shall I tell you what happened in that game? In that game that I didn't put news out. Our striker played as a centre back in that game. Now, if the opposition knew that, what would they say? And they run up to the thing. Well, he's not a fucking centre back, so we'll target the cunt. You know what I mean? So, these people online, you've got to have a bit of responsibility, believe it or not. And sometimes I won't tell you everything, but I'll allude to something. You know what I mean? You got to be switched on. So I've got a little knuckle, something on there. Look, it's doing me head in. So anyway, let me know if mail stand stuff was discussed elsewhere overnight. And if so, I'm not too bothered about that. It's if they added to it. Oh, please don't be at my door. I've just heard the car. Who's that? Well, whoever it is, they're opening up a van. I got one of them Ring doorbells. I think they're illegal in Spain, You're not allowed to film people. Hey, what do you think? See, he can hear as well. He's jumping up a window. Oh. He's at back. He's not coming here, is he? That looks like a bag. Don't think it's going to be Amazon. I don't think there's anything coming today. Anyway, I can hear something. What was I saying? Yeah, so if anything from the mail stand that I tried to keep private yesterday, if that's been discussed elsewhere and exaggerated and made it, been a bit naughty, please let me know. Okay, we have today, I haven't checked the Spanish football dailies yet. I will do that immediately after this video concludes. If I don't make a video about anything to do with Madrid or Spain, there's nothing. Is that obvious? What else is there? I'm doing YouTube Shorts now as well. And I don't think YouTube will notify you of every upload I do. All right? I think they only do 3 notifications in 24 hours. So, first of all, use the YouTube app, right? If you've got a mobile phone and you haven't got the YouTube app or a tablet, download it, right? Customize your settings, your notifications. Go to my channel page, tick the bell and put to all notifications, right? But you need to get into the habit of checking the channel manually. Because if I upload 4 or 5 videos, you might miss number 4 or 5, all right? So please do that. YouTube Shorts, I don't know how it works. There was a comment left for me yesterday that said, yeah, I got the notification of YouTube Short. YouTube Shorts don't pay, all right, for anyone that's interested. The videos that generate revenue, if you like, not that I get huge views, would be videos like this. YouTube Shorts are just good for getting something out quick. They're good if you want to promote a channel, all right? I don't usually use YouTube Shorts, but if I want to read something and go, have you seen this quote here? I don't want to do a full video on it, right? So I just do a YouTube Shorts. I'm going to do more of them. Today, there will be mail stand videos. There's an important mail stand video to follow up on a mail stand video from yesterday. A little bit of confusion. I think there'll be at least 2 or 3. I'm sure I've got 2 or 3 emails in there. I say in there, I mean in my device. Look, there's my club there, look. Yeah, there's some emails there that I need to go over with you today, all right? Again, one of them is really interesting, all right? There might all be, but one of them sticks in my mind. I read a little bit of it out on the live stream last night. Don't forget, live streams are available to channel members. After they conclude, you can watch them back, all right? But there's an email that came in from someone that claims to be close to one of the journos, right? Now, pinch of salt stuff, but it reads very well. Now, I did get Dave to analyse it, and Dave wasn't convinced, all right? He's just giving that heads up caution, sort of thing, like. But he's looking out for me, all right? So why have I got this? I've got something on my screen. It's doing my noddling. It's like an autofocus thing right over me mush. Sorry if I look a bit more clearer than usual. Live stream, check the papers. There will be mail stand content. There is another exclusive coming up, which is Indy, one of the Twitter twats. Which if you are a VIP member, if you follow KopTalk on X at KopTalk or KopTalk on Facebook, so that's facebook.com/KopTalk. Don't forget on X, we're on KopTalk TV as well. Every time I put a video out, I post it on KopTalk TV, on X and Facebook. If you have X and you follow KopTalk TV, you absolutely must turn on notifications. It will not come up on your feed, all the videos, right? So, why am I telling you about that? I forgot already. Let me get my protein drink. What was I going on about that for? See, my mind goes everywhere. Why am I saying X, Facebook? Oh, right. So, I've already published an article, therefore text, which reviews that exclusive. All right. So VIP members, you'll go and find it in Clickbait Central, I think it's called, on the members website. If you follow KopTalk on X or Facebook, you'll see it on there. It's broken down. It's very good. I think it's a good read. All right. But if you can't be asked, I'll be doing a video on it at some point today. Now, if there's anything you would like me to address today, please leave a comment. All right. If you've seen anything, especially if you've seen any exclusives, I'd like to do that. Xabi Alonso quotes that were circulating yesterday were false. They were fake. They were spun. And what that means is there was something in marker, and then people decided to add to it. So to make those Twitter twats, they want to, Alonso's saying or they're saying that he'll go to Liverpool, right? It wasn't that. There were suggestions of the Premier League, and of course, one day he'll go to Liverpool. But all this, like, he's taking a break, but he'll come out of the break if Liverpool come calling. It wasn't written like that, all right? So that was the YouTube short I did yesterday, just to say, hey, be careful, guys, right? So when I see things like that, I'm going to do YouTube shorts, all right? What else? All right, today's Wednesday. Wednesday, I go and see my friends play football. And I'm tempted to play myself, but they take it a little bit seriously. They treat it like a fucking Champions League final. You all start arguing and carrying on and all that. So I think I just prefer to stay on the sidelines. So I go down on a Wednesday, about 10:30, 11 a.m. UK time. I take my camera, which is here, with my new lens on, a 50mm lens, which is for behind the goal. I'm going to try that today. So I use Wednesday. I like to take the pictures of the lads, and I send them into their WhatsApp group, and they really appreciate them. But I also use Wednesday to practice, because I'm new to this shit, and this is a new lens. And I was speaking to Dave this morning. He's told me how to do all my settings. Look, and on this dial here, I don't know if you can see, it says C1, which means custom one. So I've got all my settings set now for the football. He's told me what to set it at, and so I use Wednesdays to practice ahead of the serious business on a weekend. So we have a game on Sunday. I spoke to the president and one of the owners this morning. The game's on Sunday. It hasn't been announced yet by the club. It will be today. In Spain, they announce when the games are going to be played the week of the game, which isn't very good. You know what I mean? It's very, like, you can't plan really. You don't know if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. Home games usually Sunday at 12, and then they announce it on a Monday. They have up until midnight on a Monday to change the date and things. Anyway, so on Sunday, I use Wednesday to practice, and if I get this new lens working, now, I fucking love you, brother. He's making my dreams come true. He's helped me with this, right? He's a massive supporter of my channel. He really is. And Happy Dunk makes happy content on here. So many people have been commenting saying, "Oh, Dunk, you know what I mean? You really seem like settled at the moment." After, you got to remember, some people have been with me for decades, guys, nearly 3 decades. And it's not always been happy, especially the last few years. I've just come out of a divorce last year, and we exchanged emails the other day, me and my ex-missus, and yeah, I miss her. You know what I mean? I do miss her. How can you not have someone in your life all that time and then not miss them? But we just grew apart because of the pandemic. She went to work in England a little bit when we didn't see each other for 2 years due to a travel ban, and it fucked up. So that's that. But there's no animosity there, but it's still like upsetting when an email, comes in because you think, and like the profile picture on the email is a picture I took of her when we were on holiday. It's just constantly in your mind. So the last few years have been fucking difficult on a personal level. I'm in a new relationship now. I'm really happy. I wouldn't change it for the world. It's not that. It's just the last few years have been a bit difficult for me. I admit that. Really. I mean, my peoples. I remember being in. I was going away last year, and I remember telling every people on a briefing like this the day that the confirmation of the divorce, and I broke down in tears. I've been, I've had a bit of a rough few years. So, but at the moment I'm buzzing, and like I found this, like I'm really enjoying football photography. Right, I don't make a penny out of it. I would like to make a penny out of it, but only to cover my costs in the equipment, etc. But that's not my aim. My reward is when you take a picture and, the players, I don't know if I can show you quickly, but the players use them and the club use them. So after a home game or an away game, I upload all my pictures, and it takes me hours, right? And I upload them to the Centre Valencia, basically. I want to show you. Here we go. Like this, it's probably not a big deal to you, but this picture here, all right, I took this picture. It's blurred, right? Okay, but this kid here scoring at the far post. This lad, he came on as a sub. He made his debut the other day. He's been out for injury for ages, not played for the club. Came off the bench the other day. I took that picture, and I took the picture of the goal where he's here at the far post. And he scored on his debut. Imagine being injured. You get a move. You come to another country and you're injured, you can't play. You come off the bench, you fucking score the equaliser with 3 minutes to go. And I captured it all. And for me, that lad sharing them pictures, that moment, even the club president, one of the club owners said to me, "You captured that memory." And I love it. I fucking love it. Do you know what I mean? So Wednesdays is practice. Sunday this week is the real deal, right? I'll be behind the goal at the stadium and I'll be doing that, right? Because I like helping people. Can you see the enthusiasm? I love it, man. Remy's here, you can tell I'm excited now. He's going to be very disappointed with what I'm going to say, though. Get in that fucking bed. Get in that bed. Get in that bed. Just because the girls are watching, Sharon and Jen, thinking they're going, well, they're not on a live stream, so I can't hear them. Get out. I've got to be hard with him. You know what I mean? What else are we talking about? Right, so I'm going to the football this today. So that means that there might be a couple of videos this morning. What time are we on? Maybe one video before I go after this. And then I'm going to be out for a few hours. So there won't be anything till later this afternoon is what I'm trying to say to you. Right? I think it's important to go out, and do things. It's not a very nice day. It's a bit grey, as you know. We need to do the acknowledgements. Let's get on with the acknowledgements. So, it's very important to me to thank the people that support my channel. Now, if you watch my videos, if you thumbs up my videos, if you comment my videos, you are supporting my channel, all right? Please don't ever think that you're only supporting my channel if you're a channel member or something like that, right? That's not how I work, and everybody knows that, right? So, but I do like to thank the people that that make it possible, to be honest with you, right? I don't know what revenue comes in from the views on YouTube. It won't be much. It won't be much. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I never check those kind of things, but I don't sensationalize. I don't clickbait. I don't sit there and tell you things that in the back of my head I think, what a load of shite. I don't know if this is true or not, but it racks up views, right? And there's some people out there that are very good at it, and that's how they want to work. I can't do that, right? So, and I won't do that. And also, you know, they put a lot of effort into these exciting thumbnails and shit, you know, and all that. You won't believe what, you know, and all that shit. I don't do that. So my views are, you know, they're not up there, right? Which I don't have a problem with that. I explained yesterday, you don't need views to be successful, right? You need 1,000 loyal people. That's all you need to be successful on the interwebs, right? I did do a thumbnail yesterday where I was like, but that was genuine. That, like, these fuckers make them thumbnails for no, you know, just, oh my God, what? So people click on it. Mine was genuine. I wanted to get James Pearce yesterday and tell him what I thought in that video. Did you see that video yesterday? I think it said, I'm fuming. That, you know, do you know what I mean? You need to watch that video if you didn't see it. So that thumbnail yesterday, it's fucking real. That was real, that, I'm telling you. Right. So because I don't operate like that, I therefore need that support from my community, from the people that can support me that way. So the super thanks, the love arts under the videos, the super chats in a live stream, the channel members, the people that buy me a beer, you know, a coffee or whatever, that's what enables me to do the channel. It's the additional bit. Without the super thing, without these names I'm going to give you right now, I promise you I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't. And you might think, well, how does buying you a beer help me, you know, see more of your videos? Well, I'll tell you how.
Good morning.
Who the fuck's that? Oh, it's YouTube. I'll tell you why it makes it possible. Because if someone buys me a beer in my Revolut, for example, links in the video description, on a Saturday, let's say that beer's for €5, right, a Magners, yeah, that means I'm not pulling that out of my bank, right? Which means that the money should, in theory, remain in the bank to pay bills and shit, right? So even buying me a beer helps. Does that make sense, right? And it also means it fills me with enthusiasm all week. So I think, well, it'll soon be Saturday, I could go for a beer. Do you get me drift, right? Now, the YouTube that comes in on the 23rd, 24th of the month, right? That's the love art, the super thanks, the super chats, the channel memberships, that pays for things. It's just, do you know what I mean? So it's so important, these people, and that's why I do these acknowledgements. Nobody asks for an acknowledgement, but it means so much to me, right? Because I always think, yeah, you listen to this, but, you know, I listen to the names of the people that make it possible for us to do this shit here. Niall, for example, bought annual subscriptions to Market AS and Sport. That cost €300, right? Henry the Hero threw 50 in for Mundo Deportivo, and Niall said, "Well, how much is miss?" I said, "Oh, about another 50." So he put that in. So he put €350 in. Henry the Hero put 50 in, and that enabled us to get those 4 Spanish football dailies for this channel. Do you know what I mean? And I've got to tell people that, because now you'll see him on the streams. You know what I mean? These are people that make it possible. And also the comments. Just a comment can you know, make me like, yeah, people appreciate, you know. I've had some real nice comments the last few days. When it's nasty, I don't care what anyone says, it does affect you, you know. It does. Probably more so, I think what's more offensive is not when someone says, hey, you fat cunt, fucking whatever. It's not that. That doesn't bother me at all. My mates have been saying that to me for years. I'm in, ma'am. She wouldn't use that word. She would call me fat either. She'd say, my beautiful blue-eyed boy. Miss you, man. February 7th, coming up to February 7th. That's thrown me off, hasn't it? What was I saying? I tell you what gets me is when you get these people going, that's clickbait. Oh, fuck it. You only make videos for money. Do you know I turned I turned £1.3 million down for my website back in around the year 2000. All right, and do you know why I did that? Because I loved everything, and the people trying to buy the website, I would have had to work for them as part of that deal, and I would have had to exploit people. My relationship with the players, all right? Tommy Smith at the time was very influential and was helping me a lot behind the scenes. And they were like, you need to exploit Tommy Smith. You need to exploit your members. And I wouldn't do it. Probably the worst decision of my life, because if you handed me £1.3 million now, boom, I'd be gone. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know why I'm like that, and I'm sure you're thinking, I'll fucking take it. But then, like, lie to people and exploit. Could you do that for money? I know some of you thinking, yeah, I could. Now, how can you do that? How can you do that when someone comes on here and buys a 99 pence, what's it called? Super thanks. 99p super thanks. And leaves a comment saying, I love your vids, Dunk. I know it's not much. Mate, honestly, I wish I could do more, but I just wanted to say thank you. How could you do that to those people? Yeah, not me. So when some fucking cocksucking motherfucker comes on here, right, and says, you're only doing it for the super... You have no idea. It makes my piss boil. Because I think, do you even know the history behind all of this? No. Don't get me wrong. I've done all right, yeah? I've done all right. And in the early days of KopTalk, when the internet first started, mate, kerching, right? Tens of thousands of pounds a month, right? I shit you not. And you know what I did with it? Looked after everyone. That's all I did, you know? But I've got my house, I've got my kids, I've got you, and I'm doing something I love. What more do you want? A beer on a Sunday, Saturday, and a Sunday. No, a beer at the weekend, all right? That's it. That's how I operate now. I know if I operated in a certain way that I could smash the revenue tenfold, easy, right? But I don't want to do that. I'm chilled. I'm older now. I want to just be like, I just want to chill with my dog, my missus, you know, you guys, watch me football, help people as best as you can, because that's what we should all do in life, and have a pint on a Saturday. That's it. You know, if I didn't do KopTalk and went, you know what, I'm going to do another business online, I'd be quids in, because I know how to do it. I've got nearly 30 years experience. I know how to do it. But I don't want to. I just want to do KopTalk, have my relationship with you guys, enjoy life, go and watch the lads play football, have a beer on a Saturday, take some photos on a Sunday, and have my Sunday dinner. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I want to do. Anyway, let's have a look at the acknowledgements. So we had a live stream yesterday. Charlotte messaged me, my daughter, and so don't forget, some people on here have seen my daughter grow since she was tiny because of how long I've been here, right? And Charlotte does all the accounts. She does all, like if you have a membership problem or, you know, you've lost your password to the main site or something, Charlotte deals with all that. She's a full-time mum. She's got a full-time job. As you know, many of you know, her partner Jake had stage 4 cancer. They've been through it, right? And Charlotte does all of that for us, all right? And she does not get paid. She don't get paid. She gets, I weigh her in when I can, right? So if I got an advertising job, which we don't really do advertising jobs, but if I got 200 in, if I was all right, I'd go that you can take the 200. Or if I needed it, I'd go, I need 100, there's 100. You know, the other day I sent her 50 quid, you know, and she was like, oh, thanks, Dad, good timing, you know. So Charlotte's, without Charlotte, I wouldn't be able to do any of this. And I wish I could look after her more, but I do when I can, all right? And she messaged me the other day, you know, the accounts. I think I was, you know, tell you how my accounts is. She does all that, right? The accounts and shit. And I thought I missed the. In all the years I've been paying the government here to be self-employed, you have to pay the government €300 a month here to be self-employed, whether you make a penny or not, or a cent, should I say. Just over €300 now, actually. And in all those years of paying what's called autonomo, paying that contribution, which must be 18, 19, 20 years or something, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I've lived here about 19 years, I think. My previous accountants have never put through the books any form of acknowledgement that I work from home, So obviously I'm using, electricity at home. I'm here all day, every day, working on the website, right? So you're allowed to put a percentage through, of like your electric, your heating and internet and stuff like that, right? But no accountants ever asked me for, to do that. My latest accountant, I say latest because I changed recently, which is 50% cheaper, and she's pretty nice, to be honest with you, has said to me, we can put through, that you work from home, but you've got to measure every fucking room, right? Like the square meterage or feet. I don't know what to do. I'll do it in both. You've got to measure every part of your house, and then you have to measure the area that you work in, and then they'll give you a deduction on that. How the fuck do you do that? Like, this is my living room, but I sit in here on night time and do my streams because I like to be in here. It's warm. I've got my telly on and shit, right? Remy, right? You look at the front door just opened itself. Now, my front door's a very secure front door, right? It's like 4 fucking knocks. And it just opened itself. Remy went like that, looked at the door. I'm looking at the door. No one's come charging in yet, guys, all right? But that's really weird because the door just opened itself. Do you reckon it's my mum? Listen, I'm going to go into another topic. You need to hear this. When I woke up this morning, right? When you take your trainers off, do you just kick them off? Or do you undo the laces? I never undo the fucking laces, right? Well, when I got up this morning, I picked my left trainer up from the side of bed. And I said to my chick, I went, Matt, I said, my trainer's undone. Like, unlaced. And I went, I just kicked my trainers off on a night. How's that happened? That's impossible. And it can't have been undone before I went to bed. I'd have fucking tripped over, right? She went, it's a bit weird, isn't it? I went, yeah. So I puts it on, ties my lace, right? And then my other one, I picked the other trainer, went, that one's undone as well. Both at the side of my bed. No dog there. Dog can't get to it or out like that. He's not allowed in my bedroom. Both of my trainers undone. How is that possible when I kick them off? Both. Do you believe in that shit? And now someone's just opened my front door. I know what you're thinking, and you'd have one of these fuckers on TV now and you're going, you didn't close it properly. If that door were closed properly, it would have opened ages ago and you'd have known. Anyway, so I've got to measure all my rooms for tax. But what do I do? Say, will I sit in a metre square on a night? Over there? And I've got to do all that. Anyway, so I missed the deadline. Charlotte went, we'll have to do it next quarter. Go away, please. We'll have to do it next. Anyway, Charlotte messaged me and she said, Dad, we've got till 29 if we're all right, so you need to get tape measure. Oh, I don't know how to do it. Do you have to do that in England or where you live? I don't think you have to measure the landings and stairs and all that, do you? I don't know. What are going on? Right. We do have some. I love these morning briefings, to be honest with you. Right, yesterday's stream was supported by these people. Now you listen to their fucking names, right? Akia, Niall, Hobbs, FN Agent, Gareth, YNWA, Sean Pennington, Brother Ben, AKM, LFC, Sean O'Neill, Nicholas, Nicholas has left me a really nice message as well. Carolina, if that's her profile picture, right, she's well tidy. It's all right, she's not here. I'd blow her out for her. She looks nice. You wouldn't get that on Sky Sports, would you? Carl LFC, Russ. Well, he's nice too. William Kehoe, Maka, Vruz, or Virus, and Mr. H as well. They all supported my live stream last night. How nice is that? Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Now, we're now going to attempt, they're called super chats. And I'll read everyone's messages out on the super chats, just saying, I don't just, I know that there's some channels that only read out your comments if they're a super chat. I will probably read it out quicker if it's a super chat for the simple reason that I'm usually 10 minutes behind on my stream because I read everybody's comment out. And if I see it flash up, it's like a colourful thing. I always think you've got to be decent and quickly jump to them because maybe they're going to leave, So I do that. Okay, the super thanks. This is the love out under my videos, right? What are you whining for? Oh, right, whoever opened that door, go and kill him. Go on. Easy. Pain in the ass at times. Super thanks. This is the love out under videos. Niall, obviously. Channel member. Squad, thank you, Niall. Top man. Coins Gallerini. Great video, Dunk. This is the Bad News Piers I'm Fuming video yesterday. Great video, Dunk. When Slot talks about the low block, it winds me up like market opportunity winds you up. Well, I haven't seen Slot say low block, so please tell me a bit more about that. The reason that is I do not watch any pre-match press conferences of Arne Slot or any post-match conferences or analysis or comments or interviews. Now, you might find that a bit weird. And maybe it is, because I run a fucking Liverpool website, right? One, my love for the top flight game isn't what it was. You know that. I make no secrets of it. Who says that when they're running a website all about Liverpool on a YouTube channel? I'm supposed to be going, oh yeah, don't miss anything, mate. Nah. When it finishes, I turn it fucking off. Right, now listen. That's not why, right? Because from when they started doing pre-match press conferences on YouTube, right, many, many years ago, for me, it was like one of the most exciting parts of the week, right? Because it means game days upon us, right? So you know you're going to get pre-match press conference, game tomorrow, fucking game on, weekends here, sort of thing. So I've always watched the press conferences, right? Always. I guess today I'm fortunate in the sense that you don't really need to watch them because there's so many people put the quotes out, right? But I just don't find these press conferences very enthralling, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I've heard people mention this low block before. Please, could you explain it a little bit to me? Anyone that's in the comments section, anyone that's watching this. Thank you, Coins Gallerini, for supporting me on my channel with the super thanks. Copites of Anfield, Gareth Turner, squad, channel member. Please start thinking about yourself, bro. You have worked your ass off all your life and sacrificed so much in your life. Love you, bro. And I love Gareth, man. He's like one of the nicest fucking people I've met. Oh, he's lovely. What he's referencing there, I think, is it was a members video yesterday. And, you know, I have trouble doing members-only videos. I don't like excluding people. So I assume in that video, I'll have said, all right, guys, you know, I know this is for channel members. I'm uncomfortable with it. That's what he will be referencing there. Also on the James Pierce video yesterday, Ray Brown, channel member, squad. He thanked me and got me a super chat. Super thanks. And said, well said, love it. There you go. Appreciation. Thank you, man. Niall, again, my man. What's he as well? Talking of my man, he says, bit of bums for Kitty, lad. Great content today, as always, bro. Thanks, Dunk. I met Watty a couple of years ago at a KopTalk get-together in Birmingham, as I did Gareth Turner. And Watty, I just wish these lads lived here, to be honest with you. I really do. There's so many people, you know, and so many of you that I just think, I wish you were here. I would love you guys to come for a beer with me on Saturday with my mate Martin, you know, the Sunderland fan, and come to the bar and watch the football and be a part of that. I don't know, that maybe you guys don't have much of that in the UK now, because I think the pubs in the UK are all vanishing all the time. Like when I used to go to a pub in Scarborough called the Aberdeen, it was my local. Like my uncle went there, when I was a kid, and I looked up to him. He was like a big brother. He was my hero, Leeds United nutcase. and I got to meet all his friends. And then as I grew older, I would go to that pub on my own and be with his friends and my own friends. And we had a proper, Saturday afternoon environment, and Saturday horse racing, football, stuff like that. Sunday, same thing, Sunday dinner. And we used to sit in a corner of the pub, and there'd be like 30 blokes all sat there, all mates. And it was brilliant. But I think maybe you've lost a bit of that, unless you go into maybe a Premier League game on match day. You're in a city and you're maybe getting that, but I don't think that's the same. A local is or was a very important part of the community, I think, and it's a shame that they've gone now. And more people drink at home as well. I think the pandemic did that, made people a bit more like that. It's so fucking expensive in England to go for a beer, isn't it? Whereas here, it's fucking cheap as anything. You guys are getting ripped off to fucking America and England and places like that. You can come to Spain, you could come out with me. We'd watch the footy, we'd watch the horse racing. I'd take you to this brilliant bar that my mate owns. It's a sports bar called The Break Room. If you ever go to Benidorm, which is the next resort from where I live, I couldn't live in Benidorm. Be fucking mental, be dead. It's called The Break Room. It's near the indoor market if you ever visit. It's brilliant. It's like a proper, pub from back home sort of thing. And I would love to sit round a table with you guys. Can't think of anything better, to be honest. Well, I can, because there's this last that there's a few, don't matter. What's he? Thank you, my man. Jason Bate, channel member, Schwad, on the James Pierce video, thanks just for the energised actions, buddy. And it's genuine, I don't fake it, me, I know she does. She fuck. I can't even joke about that. See, I could have left that, couldn't I? Nah. No. They do not call me the silver tongue for nothing. Niall, again, on another video of that man. Dino boy, thank you, Dino. Thank you, Niall, of course. Paul Joyce, the Paul Joyce breakdown. Daryl Lloyd said thank you. Got me a super thanks. Thank you, brother. So kind. You've no idea, guys. All these names I'm reading out here. This comes into me, once a month. The 23rd, 24th of the following month. They take 30%, but they give me a free platform. I accept that. The links in the video description, I get the full thing. But without the super thanks, without the YouTube revenue, I can't just have a beer kitty. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got to pay the bills. Daryl, thank you so much. Brian Johnston, and another one. Fucking amazing support I get on here at the moment. Anyway, sometimes it's not like that. But people must be enjoying my effort at the moment, which is what it's all about. Also, Davy B. Thank you, Davy B. Great review, Dunk. This was the Paul Joyce article. Very interesting. Given the root cause of the problems this season, many of the gaps in the squad, it makes sense that Slot, Hughes and Edwards are all under pressure. There was plenty of articles blowing smoke up Hughes and Edwards' arse when Slot won the league, so it's only fair that they get some now. He's right, isn't he? Spot on. Davey, thank you, man. I know that every single one of you doing that, all right, that's your hard-earned cash, all right? And you're basically saying, thanks, Dunk. You've got to understand that collectively, 99p, 1.99, 2.99, whatever, it goes, collectively, it's a big deal. All right, you might look and think, I'm only giving him a couple of quid, but big fucking deal. No, collectively, it goes in a kitty and pays for it all, trust me. Only fucking just like. And sometimes it don't. February's my worst month of the year, I'll have you know. Be on my arse in March, you watch. Anyway, fuck it. Anyway, who gives a fuck? My mum's anniversary in February. She'll be like, fuck it, son. I'm going away in February anyway. Arne Slot will get sacked, right, after the Forest game, just telling you, right, because I'm not here then. But my long-term viewers know when I go away, something happens, right, because it's sod's law. Right, David B, thank you, my man. Nicholas is in here as well, Nicholas Paseka. Channel member Squad, great work, Duncan. Your channel really helps me reconnect to all things Liverpool. Thanks, mate. Oh, I'm so very grateful, Nicholas. I'm going to try and find a comment from Nicholas in a moment as well. Bad news for ITKs. Engagement farming just got a pay cut. Very good video if you haven't seen that. Not because I'm in it, but because of the news behind it. ITKs, people that spread shit on social media, have just got a pay cut. Watch that video if you don't understand what I mean. It's very, very important video. And Niall Goss, Niall's on there again. Good man, Niall. Jason Bate, as well, channel member. Squad, Paul Joyce video. I don't think I've gone through these. I don't know. They do say it one day ago. Thanks, Duncan, Dave, enjoying the videos. And this is for your coffee. I think I did actually. Clive Mitchell before that. Brilliant video, Dunk. Loved it, you grifter. And a laughing emoji. Jay Johnson, thanks, Dunk. A lot of work went into that. Well done. And an FN agent, my promise, super thanks. Great vid, mate. Thank you. Next time, keep it to 3 minutes, though, eh? Laughing face. Very interesting. Gets you thinking. Rafiq Mia before that. Thank you, Rafiq. I think I covered some of those ones yesterday, maybe, but hey, let's do it twice, right? That concludes the YouTube super thanks and super chats, I think. Okay, we have more. It's difficult now because I don't think anything came in on Monzo, which is one of the links in the video description. PayPal there was. Something I mentioned Paul Ray yesterday. Charlotte messaged me this morning because I don't have access to PayPal, like she deals with all that. And Charlotte said there was one from, let's have a look. The first one, this one, it does say keep it to ourselves. So I don't know. They left me a message and said this is for this, right? But keep it to ourselves. But I don't know if it's that we're keeping to ourselves or the fact that they contributed. And I'm just going to say that all I'm going to do is say thank you, Alistair. Right? We'll leave it at that because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say, like, or not say. I don't want to say something. You know, sometimes people just want to, like, let's just say, I don't know. Let's just say I said, there's a one of my VIP members, you know, he's not been able to renew, he's lost his job. You know, I'd obviously look after him. But sometimes people will say, here, can you get that member's membership for me, Dunk? I'll get that. Don't tell them who it is, just take care of it. It's a message like that kind of thing. Alistair, I'm still saying thank you. Thank you very much for helping me. And it was actually Alistair that enabled me yesterday to send something to Charlotte, actually. So thank you, Alistair, because that really helped Charlotte and helped the community with your suggestion as well. Thank you very much. There's one coming from today from, there's no username on it, from Vivian. Thanks again, Dunk, for all the information you provide. Keep going, we really do appreciate it. Have a couple of whatever you fancy on me. There was a typo, best typo in the world, that. I'm not going to read it out because they followed up with another message saying, sorry, typo error on me. I think it was brilliant. And it did make my mind go all over the place, I've got to be honest with you. So, Vivian, thank you so much for supporting me. I think that's the PayPal concluded. We just have to do Revolut now. We're up to an hour. People love my my long morning briefing, so this is pretty cool. Let's get on here. Let's have a look. I'm just messaging Niall. Right, so obviously Niall, you know, he's very supportive of me. We have here, this is from Chris. I'm not going to read the full name out. It says, a bit early in the week for your Saturday lubrication. Great videos I have managed to see. Hope you all good. When at the game Saturday, it's not the best atmosphere at present. Fans are bickering. Okay, so yeah, I've heard that, Chris. Basically, Chris, use Revolut link in my video description. That's my beer key for a Saturday. All right, that's what he's saying there. And you could look at that as a couple of bottles of Magners or 4 bottles of lager. Magners. I shouldn't be having Magners though, because it's full of sugar. You know what I mean? But I do like me Magners. Could be a couple of vodkas, really. But then I'll be like, oh, yeah. Anyway, Chris, thank you very much, my friend. Top man. Also, yesterday, this came from Traumatic. I love that username. You'll see Traumatic in the live streams and the comment section. Have a Magners on me and save a bit for a coffee to review the Spanish dailies. How nice is that? See what my peoples are like? Fucking great, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Traumatic, thank you very, very, very much. Also, I got a big sneeze, didn't I? Maybe that's what set me off. This one's from Nile, not the Nile that I always talk about. This is another Nile S. This one, and this says, "Hi Dunk, long time lurker, LOL. Really enjoyed the breakdown of the Joyce article. Also enjoy the mail stand. Enjoy a pint on Saturday. Couple of pints, not a pint, a couple of pints. Legend now. Thank you so much. I do hope you're a channel member though, and that you got to see those yesterday. I feel so terrible if you can't see them. Hate it. Now, thank you very much, top man. Gibson as well. This says yesterday. I don't know if this made yesterday's morning briefing. I'm not sure. I do need to reply to all of these people, which I will do today. So Gibson Fendi, you'll have seen Gibson on the live streams. He says, a cup of coffee, get yourself a cup of coffee. I'm sure I mentioned that one yesterday. Okay, that's those ones. I've got to check another way as well, just make sure, because sometimes they don't come up in there. Yes, here we go. Yesterday, if someone's got a Revolut account, I can reply to you and thank you personally. If you don't have a Revolut account, and you must be able to use a link, I assume, I can't reply to you, and it pisses me off because I want to say thank you. This came from Nathan Y. Here's a beer. Loved the Joyce video. Thank you, Nathan, man, top man. And I can assure, it's got in my Revolut. I can assure you that on Saturday I will be having a drink on you, my friend. I'll be having a Magners, and I'm so looking forward to Saturday, Nathan. I am really. And like I said, the Revolut, because it goes on your phone and don't go in bank, you don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. Can anyone relate to that? Thank you, Nathan, top man. Robert F. I did that the other day. Thank you, Robert. Nearly done, guys. Nearly done. Daniel C. Cup of coffee. Yes. Top man. I've got one more thing to check. Here we go. Yeah, Nicholas is in there again. Nicholas Busecca. Fantastic morning brief today. Just what I needed returning to work. So that's good, isn't it? That was on yesterday's morning briefing. I don't know why. It was fantastic. Sometimes I do a morning briefing and I think, did I need to go on about that? Because yesterday I went on about I was trying to encourage people, not to obsess over views and subscribers, because some people think, oh, I've only got 1,000 subscribers. Look at him, he's got 400,000 or something. Don't make a fucking difference. You need 1,000 loyal subscribers. I have 40,000 subscribers nearly on here. Imagine if I tried. The overwhelming majority of them have probably never commented, never thumbs up a video. That's up to them, innit? My peoples are the people that thumbs up, comment when they can. They can't always do it because maybe they're on the move or driving or something like that. But those people will drop in when they can, though. That's, you know what I mean? They'll say, Stunk, I've been hearing it background, pal, I'm here. I love that when people do that, because I think, yeah, they are there. You know, they're the people I care about. And obviously the people that get me a beer from Revolut on a Saturday. Dear me. There's no wonder my haters hate me, is there? Can you imagine what it must be like watching this video going, fucking wanker, I'm fucking doing it, I'm fucking doing someone buying his fucking, funding his fucking weekend out on a Saturday, fucking. Well, do something positive then with your life. Don't be so fucking bitter. Instead of looking at, you know, that and looking like that, think, well, what could I do to make people happy? If I walk in a bar and see a mate, I go, do you want a beer, pal? If I bumped into you, you know, and you went, all right, don't I watch your vids? You ask anyone that's bumped into me in the resort. I bump into people every week in the summer down there, and I'll go, let me get you a drink. And they'll go, no, I'm getting you a drink. I go, no, I'm getting you a fucking drink. No, you're not. I'm getting you a fucking drink, and I'm getting you Mrs. One. Yeah, nice one. Just got a message off Adam Naylor. I'll message him in a minute. Nicholas, thank you. I think we are up to date. 19th of January, when was that? A couple of days ago. If I have missed you out, please let me know. I'm not going to get any videos out, am I, this morning? This is going to be the only one. I will catch up with you guys this afternoon because I have to be at football in about 40 minutes. I think that's all of them. I think. Yeah. I was just thinking how much I like my job. You know, I like it. I like what we do. I think I offer something completely different to everybody else that's out there, to be honest with you. I think people obsess. I was going to read the comment. I saw a really good comment from Nicholas. I think people obsess over trying to make out they're in the know. Right? Listen, let me tell you this now. I know that the majority of people claiming to be in the know are not in the know. And do you know what? I know that because after all these years and the extensive network of friends, and I don't like using the word contacts, that I have established, people that go to training every day, you know, at Liverpool, are in constant communication with me. People that work at the club, constant communication with me. Contractors for the club, constant communication with me. People involved in logistics, providing things to players, new signings, people that are in touch with me. Imagine how many people watch my videos, read the website. Imagine who some of the VIP members are. I know fucking loads of people. And even I do not get a continuous flow of exclusive information. It's just don't. You can get a vibe for feeling how things are going. How many times do you see me post an exclusive on KopTalk.com? Never. Do you know why? Because I'm not 15. I don't need to go, oh, look, I got it first. It's like these journalists like Ben Jacobs. I was the first one. No, I was the first. No, I was the first one. Nobody cares who the first person is. No one gives a fuck. Does anyone remember who broke it? What does it matter? People just want to know what's what. Right? Now, if I say something, if I say, I've heard this, you'll get some smart ass that'll go, well, who is it said that 2 days ago? Aye. But my audience want to know when I'm saying it, not when Active's saying it. Because they know that these people are edging. And if they know if I say something, that there must be a pretty good chance that I'm very, confident about that. Doesn't mean I fucking know what's going on. But if I've spent almost 30 years being as close to some of these players, agents, media people that work for the club, whatever. If I'm not, how can people that have got an anonymous Twitter account know everything that's happening on every day of the fucking week at every single club? It's impossible. Too much of that is suspicious. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you, the ones that, like the people that I know that I would say the closest to the club, right? You imagine someone, if you had a friend that was walking around training sessions most day of the week at Liverpool, they had that kind of access because for whatever reasons, right? If they if that was your pal, do you reckon your friend would see things and hear things and stuff? Yeah? Do you know how many times I message that person and say, have you heard anything? Never. I would think it would be disrespectful because I know that person will message me if there's something I need to know. Now, don't get me wrong, I could message them and go, listen, I'm a bit confused. Right? What do you think about this? And they would tell me. And that's how I form a lot of my opinions on it. But all this, like my friend works at the club. I've got friends that work at the club, but I don't pester them. You know, if somebody wants to say something, they'll say it. It's the same on the VIP members website. We have I know who this person is. You wouldn't believe who they are, all right? And my VIP members, if they see that person post, they're all over it. They don't know who it is. I do. But they don't post very often. Just be careful. Right. I think one of the best sources I've ever had, right, which was really, really funny, was it was a one-off, and it was it was the pilot of a plane. I was going to say it obviously, but could you not be a pilot of a boat? No, that's a skipper in it. I'm thinking of a pilot boat. Can a pilot be a pilot of anything other than an airplane? Yeah, an helicopter. It was an airplane. And they were flying Liverpool Football Club somewhere in pre-season. Because, and you know why that's got a little bit more of an excitement to it? Because pre-season's a time when you might be signing players, you might be discussing things with agents, and you might say to an agent, "But just jump on with us. You know, we're going out to, you know, wherever. Come with us, and we'll discuss it." If they were flying from Liverpool to London or something, is that really going to be as exciting, right? So in pre-season, this pilot contacted me and sent me photographs from on board the aircraft, and gave me the what's it called? A list of names of everyone that was on that flight, right? And it was a private flight, so there was no everyone to do with that was on that list of names was to do with the club, and there were some important people on that flight. And I'm sat there just like this, and I'll get this. Don't, man. You know, I've watched you for years, and you're not going to believe what I'm doing today. I was like, oh, what's that, mate? Oh, I'm flying the fucking team. I went, yeah. So then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, of course you are, mate. Would have made a good male stand one, wouldn't it? But then it would have dropped in that person in the shit, if you think about it. So imagine how many times I get things like that and can't say out. Yeah. Anyway, there's other things, right? I've got a really good, right, contractor to Liverpool Football Club, right? I've had some great sources over years, on the gate, at the training ground, yeah? People involved in logistics, helping to do with, you know, relocating people, players and their families and stuff like that. And with this, I'm going to say had with some of these examples, not have, because then people might go, oh, that means they're still there. So let's say, well, we're going to use past tense for all of these. So I remember there was an individual who, on every time Liverpool sign a player, every time they sign a player, this person has to do something for that player, right? And if that person has to do something for that player, therefore, that transfer has been completed. Would you agree with that? If the club have to do something for a player when they sign for us, right? Then that person that is doing that requirement therefore knows it's a done deal. Would you agree with that statement, or do you need more on that? Right? So imagine being a contractor for a club. What example could we use? Let's say, and it isn't anything like this at all, let's say this person had to go around to the player's house and turn the gas on at the main switch. So they would say, Dunk, just been round to Isak's new gas, I've turned his gas on, deal's done, mate. that level of whatever. And I remember a transfer rumour or link or something that had been going on for fucking ages. And they contacted me and went, Dung, I have just done the job that they do for Liverpool Football Club. And nobody in the media, online, anywhere in the world was this out public knowledge. It was still Liverpool trying to sign whoever. And they messaged me and went, Dung, I've literally just... And I went, nice one. So I went on my members' website and went, oh, sorry, guys, don't worry about it. Sure, yeah, 1,000,000%. Yeah? But there's times when you're told things that you can't say things. Yet these Twitter accounts, they know everything. Oh, they know everything. Oh, yeah. And that is why I'm good at breaking shit down, because I've got the experience, all right? And that's why I think my channel and my website is different. And not only that, you've got someone behind it all that wears their heart on their sleeve, tells you about the highs and the lows, tries to be a good person. It's not for me to tell you I'm a good person. I think I'm a good person, but only you can judge that by your experiences with me. So, you know, one way you could set me up, for example, is if you emailed me, you know, to dunk@koptalk.com and said you were having a problem. Let's see if he really does reply. Let's see what he really does do. That would be a way of finding out, wouldn't it? It's a shame if you've got to do that. Don't get me wrong, I've made loads of fucking mistakes over the years and I've handled things terribly wrong, but I was younger then. And, you know, you've got to understand that a lad that's 23, 24, 25, even 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, I don't know. At what point do you become mature and you think that's not the right way? You know, people back in there, I was a kid, when I look at Rob, what's Rob, 25, I don't even know how old he is, right? I look at him and think he's a fucking kid. And I'm running this big website back then with thousands of fucking people being nasty and running a mouth. And, you know, it's like if I worked in a restaurant and at the age of 23 and someone complained, a customer, you know, and not complained like, fair, excuse me, love, I'm really sorry. It's a little bit cold, this. Could you take it? And I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll go and sort that for you. But you know those people in society that go, hey, sort this out, fuck's sake. And you get people that have to respond to them, don't you? And go, sorry, sir, I'll take it. Me at 23, I'd go, why don't you go fuck yourself, you fucking prick, talking to me? Who do you think you're fucking talking to? And there's these people around here and you're behaving like that, you fucking... Because you're 23 years of age, aren't you? You don't know how to handle your shit, right? So I know I've made mistakes, but I'm 51 now, and it makes me laugh when people go, yeah, but didn't you once? And I think, what, when I was 23? When you're, I mean, to be honest with you, at 51, if I worked in a restaurant, I'd still behave like that. I worked in a fish and chip shop when I was a kid, a teenager. This guy was running his fucking mouth at all the staff at 11:30 at night, you know, down in Scarborough Beach. Fish panic's called, right? Yeah, fucking. I was putting fish in. You know, battered fish, fried fish. And this guy was being really mean to someone serving. I got this piece of fish, right? I went, fucking shut up like that. Just fucking cod wrapped around his... He picked the vinegar bottle and started throwing it in the salt, and everyone behind the counter was like that. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know, be nice to people. You have to be a cunt, do you? Just be nice. I'm enjoying this. I've got to go, it's 10:52. Oh no, I forwarded you an important email. Okay, shit, this is Charlotte. This is real-time KopTalk. Okay, no, this is okay. Charlotte said I forwarded you an important email. It's actually from one of my my peoples here, one of my viewers, someone that's been massively supportive of my channel over the years, and a big viewer. And I know they've got some, health issues going on. And I said, will you please let me know how you get on? And the email's telling me about what's happening to them, and they're not very, very well. So, and that's what I mean. This is what happens behind the scenes, right? So if I wasn't recording this video right now, this isn't some sort of PR. Oh, let me tell everyone, look, I'm looking at. This is like literally when a message flashes up on my screen and says, I've sent you an important email. I'm talking to you. My ass collapsed. I can't put my phone down for 10 minutes and go, all right, anyway, guys, I've got to get off. Thumbs up. I can't do that. It says important email. Could be fucking financial, couldn't it? You know what I mean? Taxman says they're going to fucking... So I'm like, oh, what is it? It just turns out to be that it's one of my people's not very well. Now, if I wasn't recording, you wouldn't know about that, would you? You know what I mean? So these are the things that happen behind the scenes. You know? You look after people. Whatever you do in life, you've got to be nice. Look after people. You look after people. People, in theory, should look after you. And my peoples look after me. And that's the end of my morning briefing. Live stream tonight, 6 o'clock UK time. I'm going to go and take some pictures of the boys. I'm going to go for a piss and all. I'm busting. If you enjoyed this... I wanted to read Nick's comment out. Fuck it. I need to find this comment. Because I thought it was a really, really, really nice comment. Right? And... let's see what it says. I was reading this comment in the middle of the night. I really need to stop putting my... I really need to stop putting my... leaving my phone or checking my phone during the night. Oh, look at this. Look, Scott McSloy just became a member. I appreciate all your hard work you do concerning Liverpool FC. Keep up the great content. That's what I mean. Nice comment. Where was this comment? It made me smile during the night. Brendan, UK veteran. I would like to say how much I smile in genuine appreciation of your genuine reactions. I lose friends because I show how I really feel and say what I really mean. I don't think you give a shit, neither do I. Although I used to. No, I don't really. I mean, I don't want to upset anyone or anything like that. Like someone left, someone that watches my videos left me a comment yesterday. And it was a nice comment. And I'm sure they're trying to be helpful. And they said, I need to DM you. I've got some constructive criticism if you like. And I went, no, thanks. I don't want constructive criticism. I don't want any fucking criticism. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to change me. Whatever it is that is providing the constructive criticism, maybe don't swear, maybe make your videos shorter, maybe do this. I'm not changing anything about who I am, ever. Even if you've got the nicest, I'm not being mean at all, and I maybe felt you probably felt a bit put out. But when you've been at work all day and you've done it, and it's just, no. Well, I wanted to read this comment from Nick, but I don't. Oh, it'll be here. Here we go. Listen to this. Listen to this comment. This is what I mean by comments. That I don't know. I can't remember what it says. Hi, Duncan. You should know that other hardworking people around the world are inspired by you and what you offer on your channel. It is great to have contact with someone who does the hard slog days as well as the glory days, because for most of us are going through the same experience. Your intelligent information, analysis and comments on all things Liverpool and your enthusiastic support and efforts that you volunteer for CF Benidorm does inspire people. The members you have accumulated is a testament to your consistent delivery of the standard you hold yourself to. Long live KopTalk and DKB. And I haven't replied to that yet because I'm not going to just thumbs that and give it an acknowledgement. I want to reply to that because this is what I'm saying. Like, you can make such a difference to someone's day when you post a comment on the internet to them. And, that can be an awful comment. If please don't, if you watch someone on the internet, and even if you don't like that motherfucker, and I know there's some of you don't like some of the other channels out there, my advice would be, well, don't watch them then. People come in here and go, have you seen that fucking idiot? And I'm like, well, if you don't like them, why watch them? So there'll be some people that really like me, and there'll be people that fucking hate me. All right, and it's going to be the same on other channels, right? We're all different. We've all got personalities, right? But you can leave a comment and really affect someone's day, make them so unhappy and sad. Or you can leave a comment and really affect their day and make them think, how nice is that? There is nice people out there. It is worth the struggle sometimes, and, don't cost out to be nice, does it? I want to leave you with that. Thank you, Nicholas. I read that in the middle of the night, and I closed my eyes, went back to sleep, and I thought, it's nice that, So anyway, I've got to go. I've really got to go. It's 11 o'clock. I've got to go. I will be back with you. There will be things that we will talk about today. Thanks for watching. If you've watched it to the end, let me know. if you enjoyed the video, if you want to support me, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. I love hearing from you. It really has proven, I love it. It doesn't have to be like, oh, you're amazing. No, just, hey, don't, cheers, man. Have a good day, pal. Let me know what you're doing, There's a love out on the video. I've got a grift. There's a love out on the video if you want to support my channel. It's imperative. I cannot do this without your support because I try to do things the right way. We don't do gambling on here. Not that there's anything wrong with that, if you want to bet. We don't do affiliation for gambling. I don't take money off anybody to push shit on you at all. Never will. I get offered every week. So we try and keep it real. So if you look after me, I can look after you. Love out there. There's 3 links in the video description. Monzo, PayPal, Revolut is, they're all good. They're all good. And if you send someone on PayPal and say, get a drink, I'll get a fucking drink. But Revolut is the one that's kind of done, I feel like I'm not doing anything wrong with it. And obviously you can join the channel if you're in a position to do so. There is a VIP membership, which if you've ever thought to yourself, which is the best way of supporting you, though, is the VIP membership. You'll get a year out of that. You'll meet some amazing people. No advertising, really, really fucking salt of the earth. Best Liverpool fans in the world, honestly, amazing people that will look after you because we all look after each other on there. All right, guys, I gotta go. If you've got Instagram, follow me at Duncan Oldham. Same on X. If you want to see the photographs I take today or a few of them. Okay, guys, take care. Thanks for watching. Chins up. Enjoy the game tonight. Live stream 6 p.m. UK.